A week ago, on the 4th of July, I went to a local car show, and after looking at a ton of really good looking cars, I walked away with one question. Could I get my car ready for car show in 12 months? Now, right now, it doesn't even run, so it's got a long way to go. But one of the things I really loved about the show was that there were a lot of cars there that were not finished. They were works in progress. They weren't painted yet. They were running, but the engine wasn't this pristine, perfect engine. And I really liked that because obviously mine is nowhere close to being a completely restored show car. And so I decided, why not try it and see if I can get my car ready in 12 months and take it to a car show just for fun. Nothing special there, just take it to show to show it off. But here's the thing, I know basically nothing about cars. My experience is limited to working on this car once in a while with the help of a family member or friend who is a mechanic and can basically tell me what to do. My experience with tools is mostly woodworking, which is fun. I love it, but doesn't lend itself to a lot of automotive work. So I have no idea how this is going to work out. But let's take a look at the car. Now, for those who don't know, this is a 1973 Ford Pinto, a fairly infamous car and perhaps one of the most disliked cars that's ever been produced for very good reasons. I've had this car for nearly 20 years, getting it when I was 16 years old as my first car. Now, when I got it, my uncle, who is a big car guy, helped me get it running again. We replaced the radiator, spark plugs, other things that I don't remember anymore because it was 20 years ago and I was a 16-year-old. But for the last 11 years, this car has sat in storage. My father-in-law being kind enough to store the car for me in his lot of his shop while my wife and I moved out of state and spent 10 years living in another state. And then when we moved back, I brought the car, put it into my garage, and it sat here for the last 2 years basically without much work being done. As a teenager, when I was driving this car, I was honestly amazed the number of times that people chased me down or even followed me and offered to buy the car off of me. Now, since pulling it out of storage about a year and a half ago, there's a few things I've done. The first thing was I replaced the ignition coil, which someone had stolen while I was sitting in a lot that my father-in-law owned. They'd also stole the radio that my cousin installed for me in the glove box. So that was a nice little surprise. So I replaced the ignition coil. Then I removed the gas tank and cleaned it thoroughly because the gas has been sitting there for 11 years and at no point had I put um, anything in there to preserve it. Then I bought a new battery and attempted to start it for the first time, which, as you'd expect, nothing happened. So from there, my brother-in-law came over and helped me troubleshoot a few things. Now, he is a mechanic and works professionally as a mechanic. So I installed new spark plugs and cables, then installed a new distributor cap and rotor. Still didn't start after doing all those things. So from there, I installed a new ignition condenser to see if that would fix the problem. That also did not fix it. And then I bought a carb kit, pulled the carburetor off, and replaced everything in it, and then reinstalled it. Now all of that I did with the help of family who do know what they're doing and who would coach me through it. They weren't necessarily hands-on for everything, but they would give me instructions and tell me what to look out for as I went through the process. So for the last year, I've learned a decent amount of stuff, but I still have no idea how to troubleshoot anything. And so that's where I've leaned on family members and also a little bit on ChatGPT to help coach me on what to look at next. I did also watch a few YouTube channels where I could find content where somebody was working on a Pinto, but that's pretty rare. And there's really just not a lot of information out there. So the first goal right now is to get this car running. So I'm hoping that can happen over the next month. I've bought a new starter motor and solenoid, and I'm going to be installing those in the next week. And we'll see if that can finally get us started. Now once it's running, I need to get the tires looked at because they are horrendous after sitting for 11 years. After that, I'm sure the engine's going to need more work. Getting it started is just step one. And so I don't really know where I go from there, but I know there's more that needs to be done. I'm pretty sure the brakes have some issues. And I don't even know how to begin looking at the transmission or anything else, honestly. And then the interior needs a lot of work. I did remove the seats just to take a look and see how it's looking behind those. I haven't ripped the carpet up, but from what I can see underneath, I don't see much rust. But the car is also so dirty underneath, I don't really know if I'd be able to see it. But the entire interior needs to be redone. So getting the seats done, new carpet. The headliner is ripped, so I need to get a new headliner. And then obviously it needs to be painted because it's in pretty rough shape. There's a number of surface rust spots. I'm hoping it doesn't go deeper than that, but we'll just have to see. So if you want to follow along on this journey and see how badly I go at this, please hit the subscribe button and be sure to watch out for the next video.